Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning indeed. How's it going, Ajesh? We're doing a bit of a early stream today. It's going to be a quicker one. Smash the likes as I get my charts sorted out. Hey Roy, how's it going, man? Avi, my man. Exactly. Ajesh knows what's up. Hit the likes. Ashan's gonna get sad and stop doing these streams. Alrighty, we ready to begin? Are we ready? Let me know in the live chat. I said, are we ready? Then, to the thousands and thousands, I'm not going to go on the Generation X speech right now. I'm 2. I still have my morning head. Good to see Mark in here too. Okay, today we're gonna keep today's live stream really short, relatively. Okay, around 25 minutes to 30 minutes long. I do have the major tabs open that I do want to talk about. Everything's set up, so I'm not wasting time searching for things on Discord, etc., etc. Is there anything else you guys do want to talk about that you guys want me to add to the agenda? Let me know in the live chat right now, because once we elapse this time period, the intro of the stream, I'm not going to be adding anything more to the agenda. So for now, what's the agenda? Just a quick voice check before we begin. Everything fine? Is the audio fine? audio is perfect. Apparently, that's good to hear. AVAX. Well, I have like 3 altcoins that I want to talk about today. If we can try to add an AVAX. How's it going, Shark Boy? Sure, I miss you, man. Oh. Alright, let's begin with the agenda for today. Of course, we're going to go through what the dashboard is saying on Bitcoin and market-wide volatility as well. I do want to talk about Bitcoin on the daily time frame and a very, very simple strategy that we can use to assess whether Bitcoin wants to keep going or wants to have a move towards the downside. Also going to talk about some signs that I'm seeing for a deeper pullback that people might not be ready for. By deeper, I mean shallow deep. We'll talk about that soon. I think it's going to be at least the first deep leg that we see before we'll come back to this. Okay, but I do want to talk about a higher time frame signal that I am seeing. Lower time frames as well on Bitcoin. So we're going to go through daily, higher time frame, lower time frames, do a quick update on Cardano, what the dashboard is saying. Again, a very, very simple strategy that we've been using on Cardano that played out yet again. You can go ahead and note this one down in your notebook when we do talk about it. So get your notebook out for this live stream. Don't not take notes. KAS update as well, and what the dashboard is saying on KAS and how we can look to play this one. Ethereum, we're going to talk about a quick update on Ethereum, what's going on over here, and then Bitcoin dominance. All right, Ajesh is like, notebook is always out. Great. I should have probably done this entire agenda thingy with the full screen, eh? But it's fine. Let's switch now. Yeah, not yet seeing the bounce we'd like. Are you talking about Bitcoin? Wolves? Will you email the slides after? Yeah, just type in your email and your phone number at so-and-so link and you'll receive the slides along with the audio version of this presentation because I like you guys that much. Hey, Saurav, how's it going, buddy? It's been a while. Good morning, Carl. I don't know, man. In regards to Bitcoin, this, it's not surprising me. I wasn't expecting anything more over here, to be honest. In fact, I was surprised that this candle over here, yesterday, closed green. Like I was expecting it to close red. So, in my opinion, this has bounced a tad bit better than I expected, considering that Bitcoin has had its move on the weekly time frame. So where do you want your bounce? On the daily, on the 4 hour? Well, we already kind of got the bounce on the lower time frames. So look at this. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is not even a pullback to expect a bounce. This is it kind of going sideways over here. Do you know what I mean? The trade's happening on the weekly. The whole time that we've been playing this trade, it's been happening on the weekly. You can play the lower time frames for the volatility, but you'll see the bounce on the weekly, right? And then and we'll come back to where we can look for the bounce, like the strong bounce. Over here, we're going to see consolidation. This zone over here is a consolidation zone. We're not going to see the kind of bounce that people are expecting just because we've had up days, right? And we're not even in that phase of the market where the pullbacks are going to be aggressively picked up, and we're not in that phase of the market. We're not in the parabolic phase of the market. So I'm not all that surprised. So we talked about this in the Discord yesterday. If you guys aren't in the Discord, make sure you guys join. You guys can find our Discord at, let's go ahead and type it out, www.themangoview.com/Discord, right? Very, very simple. Yeah, so you can put that there. So what we talked about was Stanton said, hey, Sean, 2-day, 4-day, weekly trend has changed, been long for a period. And he asked a question on, can we position on the 12-hour, daily, blah, blah, blah. And you guys can do your analysis and make your own decisions, but your decisions should come down to a very, very simple if this then that. Okay, don't overcomplicate it. Okay, whatever you do, don't overcomplicate it. You can have a complicated analysis, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to the final inflection point as to whether you position or not, should be, if this happens, I'll do that. If that happens, I'll do this. It should be that simple, because if not, you're going to overcomplicate your execution and you're going to doubt yourself throughout the execution and throughout the trade. The best thing about setting up an algorithm for yourself, a set of rules for yourself, is that you can always defer blame onto your rules at the end of the day and say, hey, I followed my rules, I was a good trader. Now, I may need to change my rules. Can be very careful about changing rules too often. I may need to change my rules, but I ended up being a good trader because I followed my rules, because that's all that matters. Your success as a trader is not outcome driven based on your account going up or down. It's actually driven by whether or not you can follow your rules. So keep it simple. Okay, that's how you can follow your rules. Now, what did I say? I said keep it simple. What we're going to do is, if the daily dynamic holds, then we're going to expect another leg to the upside. Okay, so for now, you can bid the daily dynamic. If the daily dynamic is lost, you can look towards the 4-day dynamic. Now, I'm going to add a little bit to this and give you guys another level you can look at as opposed to the 4-day dynamic. And I think this level is likely going to be a lot more lucrative. Now, you guys can choose what you want to trade, but let's go ahead and make this small. Okay, so look at how Bitcoin has been trending on the daily dynamic ever since we broke out of that range, right? At 28K. What was the 28K range, by the way, guys? Or this range here, the 26K range? It was the weekly Tenkin. So we broke out of the weekly time frame and we're trending on the daily dynamic since then, right? So now we just come back to test the daily dynamic. So very, very simply, you can say, hey, if we lose this trend, or the breakout trend, is done. That impulsive move, okay? We got that impulsive move on the weekly, correct? Right? Remember, dashboard tells you the story. Let's go to Bitcoin. Okay. Dashboard tells you the story. Weekly is in an impulsive move. We've been long for 44 days, okay? The 2-day, the 4-day are long. And what we talk about in the most recent dashboard breakdown, where I give you guys an example of how to read dashboard trends. When you see this structure here, when you see exactly the structure, it's telling you that, hey, this might be a pullback, a consolidation of a bull flag on a weekly move, right? Because your weekly, how do I draw this out? Your weekly is in a impulsive move, long. But now your 4-hour, 12-hour daily are all either short or neutral, putting in a consolidation like this, right? This is your bull flag, right? So now, if we lose this, it means that we're likely going to come down lower to test the higher time frame trend levels. But we've not lost it yet. This could be an opportunity for those of you who are not in position. You could be looking to buy the daily dynamic and then look for a move to the upside. But that being said, if you're looking to buy the continuation of this trend, you are wrong underneath this trend level, right? So let me give you guys those levels. 40,400 is the bottom of the daily dynamic, and 41,000 is the top of the daily dynamic if you guys don't have access to the dynamic. Now, we've been using the simple strategy on Cardano too. On all coins, you want to go one time frame down, right? You want to use the 12-hour time frame. Come back to that in a bit. Over here, we're using the daily time frame. You got to adjust based on the volatility and how mature the coin is. Bitcoin's mature, so we can trade the daily on this. So broke out the weekly time frame, test the daily, bounce, test the daily, bounce, test the daily again. Do we hold? We should be looking for Bitcoin to hold over here if we're looking for the next leg to the upside. Now, this is on the daily. Are there signs on the higher time frames that we may want to see a pullback? Yes, of course. The big sign is that we've hit our freaking target, right? This trade has been a trade 1 year in the goddamn making. I'm not going to go through everything that we discussed, but over here, we have all our drawings. I believe we, not this one. Yeah, this one. This we drew out all the way back in November, December with our Ichimoku, equilibrium, Fibonacci, everything. A big thesis set up 1 year in the making, and our target was around $42,000 to $42,000 to $50,000, right? That entire zone. I marked out a 20% range zone for you guys. Well, we are at that zone. We're at that zone. So we have to be cautious here. That's one big sign that you've hit your freaking target, right? On top of that, we are seeing other signs. Let's go back to the BLX chart right here. I want you guys to focus on not the top panel yet. First, we'll start with the bottom panel. Just look at the yellow line, okay? This yellow line. Ignore everything else. The yellow line. Every time we hit the top of the orange dashed line, right? Usually Bitcoin does tend to, at the very least, have a mini pullback. When I say mini, I'm talking about the weekly time frames. But it does tend to be a local top of a mini cycle run at the very least, right? We can go mark it out right over here, right? Over here too, right? Local top, pull back, had one more leg, one more push to the upside, and then ended up being the top of the cycle. And I've noticed that too, by the way. Whenever we reach this, the dash, the orange dash line, we have a local top on the weekly time frame. We pull back, and then we have one more last push, and then the bear market. So right over here too, local top, pushed back, bear market, right? Over here too. Okay, actually over here, we are hoping that we're seeing something more like this. But even then, it ended up being a local top and then a huge run after that. So over here too, local top, right? Pull back. So we can keep going over here too. So we are at that zone where this is a high probability zone for a pullback, right? But that pullback might be an opportunity, right? You guys know shit's gotten real when Mango's pushing out regular bearish analysis. Like I've been only bull posting throughout the year, and I've been getting hate. Now I'm going to get hate for bear posting. It's the life, dude. It's the life I live. At this time though, I've kept a log. So when people call me perma bearish, I'm like, no. I don't have my Twitter open, but yeah. I'll show it to you guys on my phone. You get hate either way, says Ajesh. We love you though. Oh. Yeah, so what I'm saying, guys, is be cautious here because the signals are there. The signals are there that we may want to see a pullback. All right. I don't recommend buying Bitcoin here. That's my. I think it's better to buy the dip that. Ask yourself what's priced into the market. Like whatever bullish thesis that you have in your head, ask yourself, is that already priced? Last year, we said that we think the market is going to be wrong about the Fed constantly raising all the way up to freaking 8%, 9%. Like, that was ridiculous, right? We said the market is pricing that in, and we think that what's not priced in yet is a pause, etc., etc. Now you got to ask yourself, what is the market pricing in on the Fed futures curve? And they're pricing in 5 rate cuts. Okay, we want that to unwind. We want the market to change their minds on that. We want the market to be like, no. I don't think the Fed is gonna be cutting anymore. I think that they're gonna hold here. So we want to see the expected rate cuts go down from 5 to 2 or 5 to 3, and I'd feel a lot better about that. But right now, the market's already pricing that in. What else is the market pricing in? The ETF hype, right? The ETF hype. What if that unravels the other way, guys? What if we get news saying that ETF is delayed one more time? I've not been following the ETF stuff at all. In my opinion, following the fundamentals on that bullshit has been ruining people's lives. And you guys have been missing out on massive wins. But What if we see a rejection, or what if the ETF gets approved and no one cares? There's no inflows, right? It's one thing for the ETFs to get approved, but then everyone's already in prior to the ETF, people who cared, and no one cares after that, right? I think the ETF being approved is a 10-year story. I don't think it's all going to play out in one thingy. I'd love to be wrong, but I am preparing for a big pullback on the ETF, on some bad ETF news. Okay, bad ETF news, and that doesn't need to play out only via ETF getting denied. So just be careful. Be careful of that. But yeah, this is a big signal. Now that's the bottom of the signal here. That's the bearish part of the signal. There is a bullish thesis to this template that I use over here. Okay. Now I know you guys don't have access to this template, but you guys can take screenshots. Look at the top. Okay, the MRE over here. Every time, this is a high probability play. Okay. And it's already played out though, unfortunately, but let's go ahead and talk about it anyways. Every time we see the yellow cross over the red, it's just a long, you just long it, period, just effing long it. Okay, you buy Bitcoin on your portfolio and you forget about it. Okay, and you be mango, you be easy, you be stress free. This is one of our secret trades right here. It crosses, you long. Okay, right over here too, worked out really well. Yellow crossed over, you long, boom, you long, and you stay strong, right? Over here too didn't work out too well, but you did get a mini rally, right? Here it didn't work out too well, but we went through a massive bull market at that phase. So this was where else? Over here too, crossed over, you long, boom, huge run, right? I can keep going. Over here we had a bit of consolidation, but you ended up being in the green anyways. I'm not going to go through this, but I did go through for my own personal backtesting because I use this. Yellow crosses over. Yeah, over here too. Long. And works the other way too, right? The bear market signal works too, but I don't use that. We use other things for our bear market signal. Again, we're looking for... And the KISS is really good too, by the way. You guys can see now we can use multiple things in confluence. Now you're seeing the red lines along with the yellow lines. The red lines we're taking from the signals at the bottom, and the green lines we're taking from the signals from the top, right? And here too, right? You can see how we had a huge run, right? So now I'm showing this to you guys. Why? Because the signal already played out. You guys might be asking, Sean, you should have shown this to us back when we were at 28K. Well, guess what I did? I did. You guys didn't take notes, right? You guys didn't take notes, but I did show this to you guys. We crossed over, and I'm like, guys, usually this is a high probability trade. We see expansion of the yellow away from the red, and that's what we want to see. We wanted to see further expand. But once it gets really expanded, now this is where the bearish signal confluences with our previous bearish signal. Once it gets this expanded over here, you have to look for it to snap back, okay? Kind of like how your C-span trade is, you're looking for an equilibrium, you're looking for this to come back into equilibrium. The E stands for equilibrium, okay, over here. So we're looking for that equilibrium to come back into place, and that's when you get the next big trade, okay? So that's what I'm getting ready for. Meal ready to eat. Julian, I showed this to you guys before. But yeah, equilibrium. Just think of it as an equilibrium indicator. I'm looking for the yellow to come back down, and then the red, right? And then I'm looking for a recross. That's when, kind of like this, dude. Kind of like this. We had it here. We had it here during this phase, and it lined it up. It lined it up, guys. It lined up with claim of the Tenkin, reclaim of the dynamic, etc., etc. Damn, we're 25 minutes into the stream already, and I've not even talked about Bitcoin 4-hour time frame, Cardano, KAS, ETH. Should we just cancel the rest of the coins and only talk Bitcoin today? Get ready for 2 months of consolidation. That would be so bullish though, right? If you get 2 months of consolidation, I want us to get ready for like a deeper pullback. Okay. Ooh, speaking of which, where would the pullback level be worth buying? I forgot to talk to you guys about that, because over here we talked about the simple strategy we listed on Discord, which is keep it simple. If the day dynamic holds, then we're doing another leg, so you can bid the daily dynamic. If the day dynamic is lost, look for the 4-day dynamic. Correct? Right? Well, let's go ahead and give you guys the 4-day dynamic level. Okay, so the daily dynamic for now is still holding, guys. Okay, it's still holding. Okay, we talked about this yesterday, right? Came down, we tested, we bounced, and we're still holding it. We're still bouncing. So we're still kind of like waking off it at the very least, looking for this. Okay, a retest of this neckline over here, maybe a shoot up, back down. We're looking for something like this. Okay, that would be the bullish play. However, what if we lose this? What are you looking for? Well, two ways to look at this. Either look at the 4-day dynamic, okay, which is coming in at 37,000 to 36,000. That's actually confluencing with the other level I was going to show you guys, which is simply using the daily volatility level of the dynamic, right? Which is 36,500. This is what I'll be using. I think the first test of this level is going to be a bid. Okay. This is what I'm going to be using. This entire range over here, though, is going to be an opportunity. It's a thick range, so you kind of have to position accordingly. I'll be using this in a way to position for my higher time frame trade. So it works out the same way, though. So this entire range, you guys can note down 36,500 all the way down to 33,000 if you want to use the volatility calculation of the dynamic. So it's the same indicator. It's just right. Show that to you guys later. Don't want to confuse you guys. I would not like the monthly to come down there at this point. Thinking the weekly tanking like you suggested with TRB. What's wrong if the monthly comes down there though? Let's go see how that monthly would look. So somewhere around here. Okay, yeah, you're right. It would look bad. It looks pretty bad. It's a testament to how well the monthly has performed, eh? That we can't endure the month coming down to 36,000 without it turning this into a very bearish shot. That is the monthly fusion too? Okay, there you go. Confluence. I mean, what we like doesn't matter, dude. We gotta. This is a good point of Wolves. It's a 12-month that I got. That is gonna look fine. Like if the monthly could end up looking like shit, okay. The 12-month, the yearly candles are gonna close here, right? And then at that point, we could look for a move probably down to 28,000 and still be fine for the year 2024 closing green, right? That would be your bearish thesis, guys. That would be where we are looking towards this playing out, right? So I like this conversation a lot now. What if we see a retrace from the golden pocket of the Fibonacci levels all the way down to 0.382 again? Hey, how's it going, Ray? So we just presented a bearish, just to give you an update, a recap, Ray. We just presented a bearish thesis for Bitcoin topping out over here. We showed how this indicator has had a very, very high success rate, almost 100% success rate, eh, guys? I think it's called every single one of the tops. Now that we think about it, is it right? 100%. At the very least, it's freaking 90. Let's zoom out. Okay, let's go through all of them. Yeah. So starting all the way here, call the top, call the top, call the top. Local tops at the very least. Okay, local top, local top, local top, local top, local top. All right. Don't get me wrong. We may push up to like 48K, 58K, and still be within the range of this blue dash zone. Sorry, this orange dash zone. Right? Because it's a pretty thick range. You see that there? But this is not where we get aggressive, right? We're supposed to get aggressive last year. So Ray, when was it that we had that long ass phone call? Was it in March? April, May? So Ray knows how bullish we were back then. In fact, all of Mango knows. Okay. Are we done? Any questions on Bitcoin? Cor says he's looking for 25K when we lose the daily dynamic. Ooh, damn. So if we lose the daily dynamic, you're going straight for 25K, eh? I see it, man. 26K maybe? Or did you mean 35K? I think he meant 35K. Or he's going for the big Mango play. All right. Quickly, 4-hour time frame is actually showing some signs of life over here based on the oscillators and RSI. We could see a bounce up into the neckline. Again, we're looking for the daily dynamic to bounce as well if it wants to hold, and then the grind up to this neckline at around $43,000. Look for that $43,000 level for your big clue as to whether or not Bitcoin wants to come down further. If we start seeing, like if we see a push into this range over here, okay, and then get rejected, that's going to be your sign for the downside. If, however, you see Bitcoin hold this neckline on daily candle closes, 12-hour candle closes, we're going to be watching the 12-hour. Watch the 12-hour dashboard. Watch the 12-hour dashboard. It's been a barometer. It's been a barometer. Period. All goddamn year. For 1 year, this effing row has made us so much money. This is one row, and looking at the columns in this row, it made us so much money by just staying long or short based on what the 12 hours is saying, right, on the dashboard. You know, I've been giving you guys literally everything on a platter all year, and the only people who have actually taken advantage of the calls are the people who have been putting in their own hard work to learn how to actually trade. Because if there's anything I have proven this year is that I can give you guys everything on a platter and you guys will still make no money or somehow manage to end up losing money based on the PMs that I've been receiving, right? Somehow people have managed to freaking lose money after all of this. Why? Because the calls don't matter. These videos have educational rants, golden nuggets, call it what you will. Between them, that's what matters way more. Where I talk about how to position, the psychology, waiting, patience, all of that matters way more. And then you putting in the work after that, it matters way, way, way more. If you do not know, if you don't have the skills, the psychology, and the underlying fundamental knowledge of TA to actually execute on the trades, to see the execution through, you will actually end up seeing this market, seeing this beautiful, life-changing opportunity go all the way up to 160K, 200K, and somehow you will find yourself making no money. And it will be the most devastating thing for you, and you will end up buying the top with all aggression, thinking, this is it. I'm going to empty my bank account into this. I'm going to freaking remortgage my house. You're going to do stupid shit because you have watched this entire market run and somehow effed it all up. But you're going to make excuses. You're going to be like, oh, it's a breakout of 70K. This has to go to 400K. You're going to look towards the other markets, right? Other market cycles. You're going to say, oh, Bitcoin did a 1000x last time, 500x last time. It will go up to 1 million this time. No, you're going to get dumped on. You're going to lose that much more. This is the tail end, in my opinion, of your opportunity to actually learn. You have like maybe 5 months, 4 months, okay? And it takes that long. Julian, Wolvie, everyone in this chat over here, everyone who's been actually, Ajesh, Avi, all of these guys who have been capitalizing on these trades, they've been learning for 2 years at the very least, if not longer, okay? But they've had the time to take it slow and easy, right? For the rest of you, it's time to effing grind, okay? While everyone else is enjoying the Xmas vacation, you cannot. You gotta fucking grind now if you've been slacking off. Last year, we were grinding. We were grinding throughout Christmas, November, Jan, December. All right? It's time to effing grind. If you think you're gonna sit through this bull market and get a free lunch, no, it's gotten more competitive this year. This cycle. It's getting more and more competitive every cycle. Grind. It's time to grind. All right. Jesus. It just. People think it's about the cause, man. It's not. Wolvie says, endured 2 years of pain for this. Yeah, exactly, dude. It didn't come easy. None of this shit came easy. Sean, my friend and partner, wants to... Oh, Sean, my friend and partner wants to interview you. Hey, man, I'm honored, but I don't have much to say. Yeah, dude. But yeah, the burnout gets real. I needed a break after that entire November, December, Jan grind, which I took through the altcoin bull market. The thing is, right, if you grind when the trades are easy but are boring, by the way, the boring trades are the most profitable. The easy trades are the most boring. People want excitement. This is not easy, right? I got a comment. Let's go and pull it up. Let's go and pull it up. I posted it on Discord, right? So I can copy paste it quickly. Yeah. Okay, here. Copy image. Now, no disrespect to people. No disrespect to people. But this is a comment saying, you didn't say anything in this video. You were a bear and a bull at the same time. Be more forceful. No, you know what you guys are saying when you guys get upset at me for not giving you guys something on a platter? It's because you're absolving your responsibility to take responsibility. Yeah, it's absolving yourself to take responsibility for your decisions, because now the decision is not easy. When I was forceful, nobody listened. Right? I replied to this saying, if there's no conviction trade, I'll just be feeding you guys bad trades. I was more forceful when BTC was 17K. People ignored me. I was more forceful when Cardano was at 23 cents. People ignored me. People laughed at me. I was more forceful at Sol at $16. Same story, right? Nobody listened back then. Very few did. You're going to want me to be forceful now so you can have the easy decision today. There is no easy decision today, right? These trades have already passed. The trade gets riskier as it moves closer to our interim targets. I cannot be more forceful on Bitcoin over here, guys, and tell you guys to buy Bitcoin, because I'd be like every other community, making you guys buy my bags, right? When I am sitting in a profitable trade that is up on average, no, more like 19,000, right? 110%. And we are at my targets. Me asking you to buy over here is a bit disingenuous, don't you think? Right? Similar with Cardano. Right? Our entry was all the way over here. Now I am looking for a bigger move, but I have targets marked out over here too. Look at these arrows. I've literally told you guys that I think we're going to see resistance at these points. So how can I be more forceful? But at the same time, my target is all the way over here. So yeah, I am bullish for a move all the way over here, but I am expecting a pullback over here. Why am I not taking profits if I'm expecting a pullback over here? Because it's not a high probability pullback. We could very well consolidate over here, and then while I'm sleeping at night, see a pullback, and then boom, all the way up to $1. And I don't want to wake up to that bullshit trying to overtrade this. No, I'm going to sit and enjoy the run. When you guys had to be paying attention, you weren't paying attention, and now you guys want me to be more forceful. Well, no. Tough luck. There was a trade I posted very recently where I was forceful, got 400 views on that trade. Nobody cared. And I knew no one was going to care because there was no hype. The title of the video was, there's no hype on this trade, right? No. You guys don't get what you want when you want it. You guys have to be here when the trade is there. The market's not going to the market's not going to give you a buy opportunity when you want to buy. The market's not going to give you a sell opportunity when you want to sell. Okay, when the market allows you to sell, that's when you sell. Okay, when it pertains to support and resistance, and when it pertains to liquidity. This applies so much more to you shitcoin traders. When the market gives you an opportunity to sell and you see liquidity in the order book, fucking take it, because your profitable trade of $100,000 may not have any liquidity when you actually want to sell. Many shitcoins cannot take $100,000 sell, man. And then you're sitting there thinking, holy shit, what did I do? I should have sold when there was an opportunity to sell. Don't sell when you are ready to sell. Don't buy when you are ready to buy. It doesn't work that way. All right, let's go and talk about Cardano quickly, and I'll wrap up the stream. Cardano dashboard, volatility high across the time frames. We're looking for this volatility to compress. The volatility may compress now that the 4 hour has flipped short. So it only just flipped short though, right? Now you're looking for the 12 hour to flip neutral. When you see both of that, wall is likely going to compress with it. We can actually just go straight to the dashboard. I recommend starting off every morning with your dashboard analysis. It'll give you a quick rundown on how you should behave, right? You're going to see, oh, bullish divergence, oh, blue volatility, oh, bullish Ichimoku. What is this telling you? It's telling you, okay, the 4 hours flipped back to neutral now, just 1 hour ago. Interesting. Cardano strong. This is a strength indicator. Essentially, when you flip short back to neutral. Still though, I would still like the vol to compress. It is compressing, as you can see. 12 hours still long. This is telling me that I don't want to short this. I don't want to take profits on this. Rather, I don't want to get out of my trade. You want to take partial profits if you want to, but I want to have a position on this. Why? Because it's a strong trend, strong across all time frames, right? Long on the weekly, long on the 4-day, long on the 2-day, long on the daily, long on the 12 hour. Now, if we were short on the weekly, I'd be looking to take more profits. You know why? Because this would be telling me that I am seeing a push into weekly trend resistance, but there is no trend resistance. There's no trend resistance on the higher time frames. We're trending across all time frames. Now we may see a pullback on the lower time frames, and that's fine. I'm okay selling through that because I'm looking for the big win. You guys may not be. But do I want to be buying here? Not with this profile. I want to see volatility start compressing, or I want to see us testing higher time frame resistance with the daily also going neutral, right? We're not there yet, so we can wait. Okay, now we can go back to the actual charts. What's the chart saying? We're seeing the pullback. I did post something with regards to Cardano. Where is it? Where's my... Oh, right here. So we posted this on Discord. Ajesh posted it actually, saying Cardano 12-hour dynamic nailed it again. Nailed it again. Nailed it again. What does he mean by that? Because we've been talking about a very, very simple trade with all coins in general, but works really well in Cardano, where after a breakout of a range, you buy the first test of the 12-hour dynamic, right? Just buy the first test. You can either trade as a scalp. Scalp means you take a bigger position size on the level, the bounce plays out, you sell it. You take your profits and walk away, okay? Or you take it as a trend trade continuation, where you buy the level, okay? Smaller position size relative to your scalp trade, of course. You allow for pullbacks, you allow for consolidation, and you trade the continuation, right? So again, I listed it over here. Easy strategy. The first test of the 12-hour dynamic after a break is always a buy, right? It played out that way again. It played out over here too. You guys can see, right? So we got into our position over here, but then we talked about, for those of you who missed your trade, where could you get into your trade? Well, wait for the first test of the 12-hour dynamic. Got the first test, boom. Now over here too. This was the first test after the breakout. We don't want it to come down again, but it could. We don't want it to. It could. I'd rather it hold 54. Okay, the scalp trade already played out. The trend trade now is under threat. If we do come down over here, especially if we take out the lows over here at around 51, we may see a retest of around 45. So that's Cardano. This would be a buy opportunity, right? Around 40 to 45. Remember, we have a deviation here. 40 would be the better buy. I have it drawn out over here too. We kind of expected a pullback. And then eventual target still $1 to $1.20. Don't get shook out of this trade if you guys are in a good position. Again, I do want to emphasize, put in the hard work to learn the psychology and the mechanics to actually see these trades to their fruition. Don't, like Rahul will say, don't fuck this up. Oh boy, he stole that from me though. KAS update. Daily dynamic is being tested at the moment. If we lose, we've kind of already lost it, and it's holding here surprisingly for the third day. This would be the third day if we close, but it's looking weak. I wouldn't long this until we reclaim the top of the daily dynamic and we start seeing the 12-hour flip back into long. On the dashboard, you guys can see the 12-hour is long. Let's go get an updated version of it though. Where's the dashboard? Okay, here. 12-hour still short. Yeah. Wall though is coming down, which is good. So yeah, KAS, very, very simple. I'd wait for this to get claimed. Around 12.5 cents is the level you're looking for. The 12-hour dynamic has also been a really, really, really good guide. We've lost it, we've retested, and we've been downtrending ever since. So you guys can use the 12-hour dynamic as your level. 13 cents. Okay, 13 cents. That's the level. Okay. Anything else? No, yeah. 13 cents. Until then, stay out of the trade, in my opinion. Reclaim 13 cents, you can get back into the trade. If you're already in the trade and you're holding for a much, much bigger move, you may want to trade it on the weekly, which is something I'm not doing at the moment. I can't give my opinion on that today. We don't have time. And then ETH. Let's talk about ETH. Okay, we can look at ETH on the dashboard. Where is ETH? Sorry, where's the dashboard? I have too many tabs open today. Oh, I should show it. Okay, by the way, guys, for those of you who are in the Mango Sprouts program, heads up, Krisha is going to be posting the next module very, very soon. Module 6 is going to be the trend analysis module, and I actually watched a bit of it today. I get these privileges, you know, by being so close to this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman, and I watched it and I was like, damn, there are concepts within the trend analysis module that actually are enhancements to the seed where I went, I didn't think of it that way. So you guys should be excited for that module. And the way she's doing it is she's setting it up as a precursor, as required knowledge for her pattern trading, right? So that's going to be a module that you shouldn't be skipping if you want Krisha's pattern trading modules to be better understood, right? So heads up on that. And for those of you who do not know about the Sprouts program, it's essentially Krisha's trading program that she's been working on, and it's currently priced under early access where you get 50% off the eventual price. It's ridiculously cheap at the moment at around $2.99. Every module that does get released, the price does go up. So recently the price did go up, but it's still extremely, extremely cheap. The eventual price is around, I think, she's saying 500, but I think it should be more. I think it will be more. Remember, C2 started off at only a $600 price tag and eventually went up to a $1,400 price tag. So take advantage of this deal while you can. But we were talking about Ethereum. ETH. And honestly, for those of you, I do want to say this. The Sprouts program, for those of you who are on the fence on deciding on whether to take your trading journey seriously or not, the Sprouts program would be a really, really great way for you guys to hedge your ability to actually learn how to take this to the next level, right? Because it's an extremely, extremely small price tag where you guys get way too much value for your money, in my opinion. And, you know, the amount of content in there allows you to set yourself up for good. So for $2.99, your ability to actually milk the most out of this market is, yeah. Because you're going to allow yourself to lose out on way, way too much if you guys don't get the fundamentals and the basics down at the very least. And she's going beyond that too, right? I recommend talking to the current Sproutlings and the seedlings who are also in Sprout and ask them for their opinion before getting into the program, though. Understand whether Krisha's teaching style is for you. ETH, bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, short on the 4-hour, short on the 12-hour. We're seeing a pullback, short on the daily. Vol is a bit high though, but this is the kind of structure that I would look to buy the pullback on, right? This is exactly the kind of structure that I would look to buy the pullback on, because the weekly is long, the 4 days long, the 2 days long, the daily is neutral. 12. This is exactly what I would want to buy the pullback on. The question is, are we missing out on an opportunity by buying ETH while other coins are running wild? And we can go and look at ETH, and you can see that. Now, you guys may not be keeping up to date with our ETH trade, but we are trading ETH on the monthly time frame, right? I can go ahead and show it to you guys really, really quickly. It's a bit of a mess over here. Is this my chart? Yeah, this is my chart. So we are trading this based on the monthly time frame. I have an eventual target to around $5,000-ish. Now, this is monthly time frame, so it's going to take a while to play out. Okay, it's going to take a while to play out. But as soon as we close over here, I sent out a notification to all the seedlings in our private chat in the seed high time frame setups, and I said, hey guys, the ETH trade is on, and we made our way immediately to around 2,500. Right now we're pulling back. We're not back down to our entry level, but it's still a good level if you go back on over to the lower time frames on our Coinbase chart. Right, and you can see that we're testing a key level that I marked out. This level, by the way, guys, I marked out all the way back over here, April 2023. Okay, we're coming down to test that level. So I think this could be an opportunity for those of you who want to start DCing into an ETH position. What the hell? Are you actually talking? Are you actually promoting and talking about ETH? Oh my god, man. You guys got to divorce yourselves from the coin name. The coin name doesn't matter. Use whatever coin it takes. Whatever coin it takes to build the asset of your choice. Use whatever coin it takes, dude. Doesn't matter. These are just lines on a chart that you're trading. Okay, ETH falling channel ish structure onto a key level. What happened to ETH 2.0? Isn't this ETH 2.0? No idea, man. You could look for this, right? So ETH has been seeing some sell pressure, right? And you're going to continue to see that. You're going to see a lot of people get overexcited about altcoins, get overexcited about Cardano, just like no one cared about Cardano when I was talking about it around 23 cents, 24 cents. I think it's going to be a similar story, but this is going to play out even over a longer time frame, because our Cardano trade at around 23, 24 cents was a weekly time frame. Okay, weekly time frame. So everyone was chasing the 12-hour and the daily time frame on KAS at that point, which, by the way, people were ignoring prior to that. But people are chasing coins that were pumping then, ignoring Cardano. Now Cardano's pumping. Now they're chasing Cardano, and they're going to ignore ETH. But ETH is on the monthly time frame. So while Cardano was in the weekly time frame, we had to wait. For ETH, I think we're going to have to wait even longer. So you got to ask yourself, is the opportunity cost worth it? For me personally, at the beginning of the cycle, the opportunity cost was not worth it. It was better to be buying Sol, right? And we had a plan, very, very simple plan, where we said, we are going to buy Sol based on this structure around here. These drawings, by the way, these drawings were drawn all the way back September 2023, okay? Somewhere around here. And we're looking to buy the higher low, hoping for it to be a higher low, and then break out past this blue box territory, and then keep adding to a position around that blue box, and then above it for the final breakout if you wanted to, and then eventually targeting these highs over here. Very similar to Cardano, right? Do you guys remember how I marked out Cardano's highs? We're expecting same techniques, expecting a pullback around those levels. And this is Sol against ETH. I forgot to pretense to that. Sol versus ETH, right? We're looking at Sol USDT versus ETH USDT, gives us the Sol ETH chart. So this is how Sol has been performing against Ethereum. And our goal was to take profits at these levels into ETH and slowly build our ETH position as Sol keeps getting stronger and stronger against ETH, because we were eventually expecting Sol to make its way up over here and then dump back down into this level against ETH, right? And during that period, we're DCAing into ETH. So we're just following that strategy. And if this is to play out, this is going to play out on the much higher time frames, because we're looking at Sol outperforming ETH on the weekly time frame, right? So if you want to DCA into ETH, the ETH trade has to be on a higher time frame, at the very least the equivalent time frame. But the higher time frame does fit perfectly into this narrative that we set up all the way in September 2013, right? Take the Sol trade on your portfolio, do not buy ETH at all, and as soon as you start seeing the profits in Sol outperform ETH too drastically, that's when you want to start DCAing Sol profits into ETH, right? On these key levels here. So let's go ahead and tidy up the chart. Does that make sense? These drawings, I'm keeping them static. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. Even these arrows here. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying that I don't think Sol is going to get to this level here. I just think that at that point, you need to have a complete rebalance of your portfolio, where you need to have, at the very least, in my opinion, 50-50 Sol ETH, but preferably, in my opinion, more ETH than Sol. You still want Sol, because Sol's going to outperform USD, and you don't want to feel that FOMO. Damn, I'm tired. Are we good? This was supposed to be a 25-minute stream. Ended up being 56 minutes. We are done. I don't take reviews on all coins towards the end of the stream, man. But somebody did ask for AVAX, so. Oh, hit our target. Done. The trade's done. Hit our target. We had a target for AVAX based on a bull flag structure that was playing out, and it hit our target. Yeah. So I wouldn't. That's all I can say, man. Resistance as well over here. Yeah. This trade is done. You got to wait now for the next trade on AVAX. We can talk about that in the next video. But the trade is done. Let's go look at what the dashboard is saying on AVAX. High volatility, 80, 90, 99, 97. This trade is done. Still long on the weekly, so you want to buy the weekly pullback, weekly high low. We're setting a weekly resistance as well. If you look at it over here, go on over to mangoview. Check out what AVAX is saying. When I'm tired, I just look at the dashboard for levels. So let's look at the weekly, okay, and look for weekly FEGs. There you go. Yeah, this is done. Look for the weekly buy level at 50, if you get it. But 21 EMA might also be an opportunity. You guys see how powerful the dashboard is? Do you guys see how effing shitload of value this is? We gotta raise the price, guys. We gotta raise the price. This is stupid. It hit our resistance level to the T. This is where you take profits. This is where you look to buy, in my opinion, at around 18.44. Look at that 21 EMA, 55 EMA cross, by the way. The kiss should be a retest somewhere around there. Buy the zone between the 21 EMA and the green FVG. In fact, I can do a quick tutorial on the dashboard on just this one idea. Okay, let me take a sip of water. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. I can like repost this later. Alright guys, so this is going to be a quick tutorial on how you can use the dashboards for your profit taking and repositioning using a couple of tools on the mangoview along with your trend trading dashboard, where you have your trend as well as your volatility profile all depicted, right? So you're going to start off with your chart. We're going to assume that you're already in this trade over here. We talked about AVAX putting in this bull flag, right? We had a measured move on the pole, and we had a profit target somewhere around this zone at around $40. But now you're thinking to yourself, okay, we get up to this $40 level, but this is more of an I don't want to say arbitrary, but it's not like a precise target zone, right? It's a bit more subjective and not objective, because we've taken a measured move based on what we think the pole of the bull flag is. So you want more confidence in your profit taking, and that's profit taking can be an extremely difficult and emotional decision, because you're always wondering whether this can keep going, right? So you want that confidence to know that you followed something more objective, right? This is where the dashboard can be extremely helpful. So we're going to first start with the trend trading part of the dashboard, where we have AVAX already filtered out. We have it dropped down as well for the cards, where you can see the 4 hour, the 12 hour, the daily, the 2 day, the 4 day, the weekly. You can see that it's long across all trends, which is great. But when you look towards your right hand side, the volatility column tells you we are red across all time frames as well. 80, 94, 99 on the daily, 97 on the 2 day. Red means red flags. Right off the bat over here, you guys should be thinking, damn, I'm already seeing signs of exhaustion, signs of extremes on this movement.Maybe I want to take some profits at the very least and then look to reposition. And if it keeps going after that, fine. At least I have a partial position or most of my positions still in the trade. If it keeps going, I can take those profits and reallocate to another trade. Maybe like, how we got into Cardano while everything else was moving, and it was 22 cents, 23 cents at that period. We were taking our KAS profits, our link profits, and rolling it into trades that weren't moving yet. And now Cardano is running too, right? So this would be that kind of trade, guys. We're seeing, AVAX has run a lot. It's looking really red over here. Maybe I want to take those profits and put into a coin that hasn't moved yet, okay? But you still want more confidence, right? Well, you can use your mangoview, okay, over there, okay? We have it already opened up, filtered out onto AVAX. And remember, this trade was on the weekly time frame. So we're going to start with the weekly over here. What we're going to do right off the bat is turn on our bearish FVGs, okay? Zoom out, turn on your bearish FVG, and boom, right off the bat, you're seeing that we're coming up to test against a FVG level. Now it's adding more confidence to your ability to take profits, right? Because taking profits is harder than people think. Everyone wants to be in a winning trade, but when they are in a winning trade, they don't know what to do with it, right? Well, now you have red volatility and up against an FVG level. Now you're thinking, okay, I need a plan though. If I take profits here, where do I look to buy? Use your tools. What I usually like to do is turn on my bearish FVG as well as my bullish FVG and look to see whether that could be a buy opportunity. Me personally over here now, I don't know whether AVAX would come all the way down to $15. We're sitting at $36, right? I don't know if we come down there. I don't want to wait for that. Turn on your 21 EMA and 55 EMA levels as well, right over there. Now I have something that I really like over here, because you see this 21 EMA, the yellow trend line, guys, is your 21 EMA. That is essentially crossing over your green 55, and that on its own is a trade opportunity. Okay, when the 21 EMA crosses over the green 55, it's a long signal, but you want to buy closer to those trend levels. Price is sitting really far away from those trend levels. That is another signal that you may want to take profits, by the way. You're sitting really far away from a new trend signal, which usually indicates a pullback into that trend level, and you're sitting up against your FVG, and you're sitting up against red volatility across all time frames on the dashboard profile as well, right? So how would I structure this? I'd say, you know what, I'm taking partial profits here, 20% at the minimum, if not more. Depends on you guys. And then I look to reposition all the way down at this zone over here between the 21 EMA all the way down to the green the green FVG coming at $15.56. Okay. Now keep in mind, by the time this plays out, the 21 EMA is likely going to move higher. So you got to dynamically adjust your buy zone between that 21 EMA and the FVG. The FVG is likely not going to move. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick example of how to use the dashboard for your profit taking and repositioning. Boom, and I recorded it too, guys. How was that? It's the first time I did that. Oof. All right. Boom. worked hard. All right. Yeah. Okay. To wrap up this stream, guys, the big takeaway is this chart here. I think we may see a pullback. We may see a move to around 48-50K, but a pullback is in the books based on this chart here. Okay, but we got to be cognizant. Do I think AVAX is going to test 29? Where is it? I think it'll come deeper, man. 22. I would go for a deeper pullback. Guys, if you guys enjoyed the stream, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what parts of the stream you guys enjoyed the most, and I'll try to stick to that moving forward. Oh yeah, we do have great tools. This tool here you guys can find at app.mangoresearch.co. I should give you guys the link, right? So app.mangoresearch.co. And again, don't forget about Krisha's trading program that she is developing. Honestly, guys, if you guys want to take advantage of this bull market, I cannot recommend anything more than the Sprout program. I've been watching her build this, and you guys can just talk to the Sprout links. The quality of the content is phenomenal for the price. It's just a bit too good. You guys get you're getting it at early bird pricing. $4.99 is the eventual price. It's only going for $2.99 at the moment. You also get a 20% discount coupon that you guys can use on any of our other indicators and tools, as well as our courses, right? So if you guys want to upgrade to the seed program later, right, this pays for itself, right? Because that 20% coupon will essentially make this program free. That alone is stupid value. On top of that, there will be indicators coming out with the program, etc., and a bunch of other goodies. Make sure to take advantage of this while you can, because every module that does come out, the price does go up, and she's already released 5 modules. The next module will be coming out soon. Module 6 is the trend analysis module. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll see you guys in the next one. Do the mango way, do the easy way, do it the stress-free way. Ciao. Standard says, will the system apply to all time frames? Are you talking about the dashboard system I just showed? Yeah, man. Yeah. Wait. What do you mean by all time frames? Ask me in the Discord. I think I might be misunderstanding you. We use the weekly time frame over here because Stanton, you got, dude. You know what? I'm making you. This is it. This is a new rule for you. I don't want you looking at any other time frame other than the weekly and the daily. That's it. It's done. I don't even hear questions about it. Because if you're asking me questions on the other time frames, I know you're getting sucked into them. If the trade is on the weekly, stick to the weekly. Okay, don't force your time frame onto the coin. You gotta adjust yourself to the time frame the coin is trading. All right, man. I'm watching you. Cheers, buddy. What button? Shall I make use of this? Oh, it's a video. Oh, right. I should show off that feature before we wrap up. By the way, guys, instead of going to the mango view the way I did old school way, right? You guys can simply click, that's a word. Simply click on the chart button right over here, and it will take you straight to the mango view. Oh wait, you guys can't see my thingy. I'm showing the wrong tab. Yeah. Instead of going to the Mango view the way I did, old school way, and then typing it down here, right? We introduced a new feature where you can simply click on this button right over here, right? And it'll take you to the chart view. It'll take you to this view right over here. All right, guys. All right, Stanton, I'm watching, man. I'm watching you. Cheers.